There is no more common question that I receive from salespeople than, what are some of the best time management tips or advice that you have? And my response is actually always the same. It's not what you need to be doing, it's what you need to stop doing in sales that will often determine whether you are effective with your time or simply wasting a lot of time. Now, there are so many activities that salespeople do that ultimately waste a tremendous amount of time. By removing these activities from your day-to-day life, you will see at least a 2x return on the time you spend selling. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 time wasters of most salespeople. Check it out. Number 1, email. You know what? You probably saw this coming, but there is no greater time suck for salespeople than constantly checking email. It's not only a waste of time, but it also breaks your focus throughout the day. You're in sales, not operations. You don't need to solve every single problem in the first 5 seconds that it's presented to you. The people who take pride in always immediately returning emails, in fact, have nothing to be proud of. They're just wasting their time. Check your email no more than 3 times a day at scheduled intervals, and make sure that the rest of your day is spent doing things that are actually making you money. Number 2, operations. The most valuable person in an organization is a person who can generate revenue. Operations people are a dime a dozen. Now, that may piss some people off that I just said it, but it's true. Great salespeople, though, are diamonds in the rough. And it's critical that we, as top performing salespeople, understand that the time we spend on operational issues is a waste of time. We are so much better off outsourcing any operational activities except for the absolute most critical. Stop wasting your time in operations. Number 3, to-do lists. Now, we've all been taught to have a to-do list, but the problem is that they tend to fill up with lots of tasks without any clear prioritization of what's most important, and there's no deadline for each task. It's time to throw out that to-do list and use an objectives list. The key idea here is that every objective that you have should be both time-bound and clearly prioritized in terms of what's most important. And realistically, there should be no more than a couple of objectives in any given week that you're focused on. So the rule of thumb is that if you ultimately push back an objective's completion date more than 3 times, it's obviously not important enough to do. Delete it and move on. Number 4, research. Now, I know there are going to be a lot of people who are really annoyed that I just said that research can be a huge time waster, but it's true. Now, I will acknowledge that every good salesperson needs to do research. There is no question about it. Whenever we're talking to an important prospect or client, we need to know what we're talking about. And just as importantly, we need to know who we're speaking to. We need to know about them. But that doesn't mean that you have to spend hours each day researching your prospects. In fact, a good chunk of research can actually be outsourced to an administrator or some type of a virtual assistant who can do 90% of the research for you, and then they can just simply present you the findings. And of course, you can fill in any holes. Don't waste your time spending hours and hours each day researching. It is a time waster. Number 5, strategizing. Now, this is similar to the research. I will admit that we want, of course, to have a good strategy, and that is critical, but it is also not something that we need to be doing on a daily basis. A good salesperson is clear on what the strategy is going to be with key prospects. And once that strategy is laid out, there's no need to rehash what it's going to be. Most salespeople fall into that rut of waiting for that perfect strategy or approach for each prospect, but they should really just be spending that time implementing that simple strategy. Keep it simple and take action. Number 6, tire kickers. Now, this may not be one that you would have expected, but in fact is one of the biggest time wasters of all, because you are spending time with a prospect who is never going to buy from you. This isn't just a time management strategy, but it's also a sales strategy. Right? The typical salesperson, according to my data, spends at least 15 to 20 hours each month with prospects who will never buy. And we are losing about a quarter of every week with those tire kickers. So be willing to disqualify prospects early on in the sales process so you don't waste your time with people who are never going to buy. Number 7, buyers. By buyers, I mean these are the people that actually have the title of buyer. So many salespeople can waste a lot of time selling to low-level prospects who really lack the authority to make buying decisions. And usually those people have titles like buyer. It's time to step outside of our comfort zone and sell higher up the organization. I want titles like VP, CEO, CTO, director. People like buyers rarely have the authority to say yes. They do, though, have the authority to say no, and they're going to beat you down on price and ultimately make difficult clients. So there are the 7 time wasters of most salespeople. I want to hear from you. Which of these ideas did you find most useful? Be sure to share below in the comments section to get involved in the conversation. And if you enjoyed this video, then I have this awesome free ebook on 25 tips to crush your sales goal. Just click right here to get instant access to it. Also, if you got some value, please like this video below on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking right here, my little face, to get access to a new video just like this one each week. Until next week.